الله أكبر الله أكبر.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace be with you. We talked about the mother of Moses, Musa alayhi salam, and now we are talking about Moses alayhi salam himself. He's one of the great messengers in the Quran, and his story, it's important, and his personality, it's an important one for us to get the psychology of the messengers and the psychology, the relationship between psychology and faith when it comes to dealing with the tests of life and facing power and facing your own weaknesses. Because what we get with Moses alayhi salam is something that maybe we don't have with any other messenger. He's talking a lot. He is verbalizing, putting words on emotions and realities and weaknesses, to the point that you have a sense that you know him more than the others. First, he was ready to kill, to protect and to support someone from his community, forgetting justice and only for a sense of belonging. This is what he did. So he killed someone, and at the same time, he was impatient and he was even arrogant. He thought that because he's a messenger, he knows more than everybody else. So Allah, God sent him with the experience of Al-Khidr to know that there is somebody on earth who knows more than him. So he was talking about the fact that he killed somebody, about his own fears, we will see that, about the fact that he was impatient, also about a handicap that he had. It was not easy for him to talk. He was weak in his expression. And with this handicap, he asked for God to help him with his brother Harun, alayhi salam, Aaron. So here, there is something which, with all these features and characteristics about him, what it is said in the Quran, وَاصْطَنَعْتُكَ لِنَفْسِي, I made you for myself. So he was created, shaped, and the whole story from his mother and the inspiration coming to him, it's all about God's will, God's goal for him to achieve his mission on earth. So he is very often emotional, and he acknowledges his weaknesses when he is talking about this. So what we find then at the beginning in Surah Taha, when he is ordered to go to Fir'aun, what does he say? What is his first reaction? Is to acknowledge that he can do it, but still, وَاحْلُلْ عُقْدَةً مِّن لِسَانِي يَفْقَهُ قَوْلِي, and untie the knot from my tongue. He knew that he was handicapped in this and that he was unable to express himself the right way or beautifully. So he needed his brother to do so. So this is one. He's saying this. And when God is talking to him, he wants even more. This is what we find in the Quran. وَلَمَّا جَاءَ مُوسَى لِمِيقَاتِنَا وَكَلَّمَهُ الرَّبُّ قَالَ رَبِّ أَرِنِي أَنظُرْ إِلَيْكَ قَالَ لَن تَرَانِي. And when Moses came to our appointment and his Lord spoke to him, he said, my Lord, allow me to look and see you. Allow me to look and see you. And he said, you will not see me. So he even wants more. So there is a sense here that he got the gift of revelation and he wants to see God. And it happened also that he said, I know more than anybody else on earth. So he had to go to Al-Khidr. This was the experience of humility and acknowledging that he doesn't know. And what Al-Khidr is telling him, لَن تَسْتَطِيعَ مَعِيَ صَبْرًا. لَن تَسْتَطِيعَ مَعِيَ صَبْرًا means you are not going to be patient because you don't know the secrets of this specific initiation, the spiritual initiation, which is something which is the secret behind what is visible. And he was impatient. He asked 3 times to the point that they had to separate on the way. And he wanted, every time he wanted to know even more, and he forgot about the fact that he promised not to ask a question. So this is something that was in him. Now, if we come to facing Pharaoh, yes, he was with his brother scared, and we find this in the Quran. قال ربنا إننا نخاف أن يفرط علينا أو أن يطغى. They said, Lord, we fear he may persecute us or become violent. So this fear, and it's also something that is coming in his relationship when he saw even the tricks of the magicians. He was scared, and God is telling him, don't be scared, I am with you. So he had this fear, and at the same time this trust. And he's talking about this, and it is said he's expressing himself, and this is why we have all these teachings and all these elements helping us to get his psychology. And he was also rejected by his people. Every time, oh, you are not a messenger, this is wrong, ask this for us, ask this for us. And at one point he was in front of the sea. And in the sea, there is no way out. And behind are the enemies. And he put his trust in God, because this is the way he was, with weaknesses, with sometimes impatience, and sometimes forgetting the essence. Still, the main teaching in his life is that he was always coming back to the essence of his faith, and with courage and with trust and confidence. So what we get from his story is this reality that whatever your past, you may have killed somebody. Whatever your weaknesses, you can have or being disabled or have a handicap or whatever. At the end, the power of faith, the power of your heart could just take over and help you to go along all these weaknesses. And he is a man who, through all this, was shaped to be a messenger. And for us, it's helping us to understand you can put words, verbalize your weaknesses. This is the way you also are going to face them and to go over them, to take over and to be able to control yourself and to be a better human being. Whatever your past, whatever your weaknesses, if you put your trust in God, this is the way he will help you to find your way, to find the real way for you to be a better human being and to rely on him, because this is where comes power and trust and hope and happiness. Don't forget to tell the people you love that you love them. Life is fragile.
الله أكبر الله